Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagwan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva.
choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Powerful cognition from the living enlightenment technique to detox the third eye.
I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahants, Tanedar, Kotari. Attending this inner awakening, listen. For both of you it is very important. Integrity. Morning, the moment you wake up, be integrated to Panchakriya. Panchakriya means cleaning your body through Jalabasti, cleaning the nostrils, cleaning the eyes. In the night having Haritaki powder to clean the intestine, upper intestine. Doing this Panchakriya, be integrated to it. When you come here for yoga or do the yoga there itself or wherever, be integrated to it. When you come here for Rudrabhishekam, be integrated to it. Don't try to do off game. Having water itself and saying, Dupam samarpayami, Deepam samarpayami. Then if Sadashiva also does the same thing to you, and he throws one gold coin towards you and says, let you have enlightenment, one more gold coin, let you have Shiva Kailaya Patavi. And he keeps quiet. He goes on telling, let you have Shiva Loga Patavi, and gives you only few gold coins and few pieces of copper. He will say, that is what you did. Let you have the same. Understand, even for Jnana Sambandhar, because he did not physically bend his body and do the service. He gave 18 karat gold. For Tirunavukar sir, he gave 24. For Jnana Sambandar, he gave 18. If you want to know about the story, listen to my Adishaivam Satsang. I have explained the story elaborately. Even for Jnana Sambandar, he gave 18 karat gold. If you just play with water itself and do dhupa, deepa, everything, you may not even get even copper coin. Understand? You may not even get copper coin. You may get aluminium coin, which is not even accepted by the land, law of the land, which even the country's Reserve Bank has outdated it. You can keep it as an antique piece in museum, but not for day-to-day use. Be integrated. Before the puja, collecting the materials for puja itself is puja. That itself is preparing you for Bhava Samadhi. That is why the great devotees sang songs which needs to be sung during the collecting puja items. Tiruvasakam, there are beautiful songs. When you grind paste, for that a separate song. When you pluck flower, separate song. Puvalli Goyyamo. In every level, even preparing yourself for puja is a great devotional practice. Preparing the sandalwood paste or the sacred bathing powder. Porchunnam idiyamo, puvalli koyyamo. Invoke Sadashiva. Have everything prepared properly. Do it with integrity. He is there. The way you behave with Sadashiva, that's exactly the same way he will be behaving with you. He is a mirror. He is a mirror. Be integrated to it. Same way. Kirtan. Be integrated to it. Actually, the steps of that Gummi song, the Kirtan. And don't create new tradition in wearing the Rudraksha in craft. Do it. If you taste it here itself, the power of the detoxification, even if you go to Bhuloka, you will continue. If you taste it here itself, even if you go to Bhuloka, you will continue. So when you are in Kailasa, learn to taste Bhava Samadhi. Be integrated to all these five. Come here only to be integrated to all these five. Even if you want to do IA volunteering, decide, if I go there at least 1 month, I can nicely tune myself to all this. And I have a space and place and time and support to enjoy all this. All the Nithyananda Yogam participants who are coming, I think around 100 of them are coming for this batch, second batch. Please come mentally prepared. You are going to be completely integrated to all these five. So the detoxification of your system happens. Psychological detoxification. I wanted this integrity to the five spiritual routine to be followed very strictly in all the adhinams, including the adhinams where the people of Prayaschitta stay. This is your Prayaschitta. detoxification, physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. Prayaschitta is not punishment. Tuning yourself is prayaschitta. Same way to the session. Yesterday I saw when you were doing the reliving of pain body, I started having pain. Not really, just. No, the way so superficial. Literally get into the drainage, only then you can clean it up. You can't learn swimming just by studying 25 volumes. Not just your feet, get your whole body wet. Jump into the water, only then you can swim. Be integrated. Really get in and relive. Only then things will break and you will start reliving.
Beautifully, Bhagavan gives us how we need to detox by doing the Panchakriya, to take the Haritaki, to take the yoga, to do the puja. All these we have to do to detox our body. Now let's go to Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapala antarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by the stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal. By having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says how he exists. The whole space of Paramashiva in us exists when we detox our lower three chakra. The completion is very simple. All we need to do is take the Haritaki, take the malic acid, take the castor oil and cleanse all the gut. The gut bacteria, as per science itself, runs our brain 90%. When the gut is very clear, when the liver is very clear and functioning, simply you can digest anything, Bhagavan beautifully says. He goes to the extent of referring how Shankara drank even the molten metal and he could digest that. His liver was ready to digest anything because from the space of perfect Tyaga, the complete space of manifesting Paramashiva is the only space. Here, Bhagavan says the Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, the lower three chakras, which is based on the fear, greed, and the worry and stress, will get cleaned just by detoxing and doing the yoga and puja highly integrated. Simply will make us manifest the powers of third eye. The Kundalini will raise to the Agnya when the lower three chakra is not the main focus point. When the lower three chakras are clean, then there is no tiredness, boredom, or the frustration which dissolves the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred, and just have the pure space of oneness of Paramashiva, the consciousness happening in all of us. So beautifully he says how simple technique of just keeping our intestine and all the lower three parts clean, we can manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana.
Apta Pramana are the authority of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified the science of manifestation. Here, this is from Tirupugar. Arnagiri sensed through his third eye that the Devi was holding the Bala Murugan tightly. He sang Devaram and Mayil Virutham, and because of this, the peacock danced, and before enamored the Kali, when subsequently loosened her grip on Muruga unconsciously, thus letting him ride the peacock, reach the assembly and give darshan to all. How Arnagiri Nadar beautifully sang on Muruga, and Muruga came to bless him. Such a beautiful experience. Through his third eye, he was able to see even Devi and Muruga. Let's go to the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana are Leelas of Bhagwan. Bhagwan narrates, just with the male organs, I have seen Naga pull the whole lorry with his guru and whole battalion sitting. They will stand upside down and Sirasasana, cover their whole face with sand and continue to stand upside down for 9 days. I asked one Naga how he does this, and he said, I breathe through my legs. Bhagwan narrates.
Think as your freedom. What do you think as you? What do you think as your expression of you? What do you think as how you want to be? In all this, you need to compromise always in togetherness. Deciding to be free from that compromising lifestyle and tasting the real sannyas for 10 days is Kumbh Mela. Understand, you can be as you want. You can present yourself as you want. You can hold yourself as you want. If you want, wear the dress. If you don't want, don't wear the dress. Now, Kumbh is the only place anybody you can walk naked and nobody will question you. And it is not the Western nude club. Please understand. The context is totally different. It's not Western nude club context. It's a place where you just hold you as you are. Real sannyas. If you want to rub your whole face with vibhuti, you can rub. If you don't want to do anything, you don't need to. If you just want to sit and meditate, you can. Or if you want to go on a pilgrimage, you can. You want to jump and dance, you can. If you want to sing, you can. You want to celebrate, you can. If you want to be in silence, you can. If you want to walk, you can walk. If you want to roll, you can roll. 10 days I have a glimpse of sannyas. Kumbh is just to give you glimpse of sannyas. Any chaos. You won't find a single crime happening. It is just free beings celebrating freedom. You will not find anywhere else million people gathering with sharp weapons and ability to handle weapon, not killing even one person. Understand, if you see the Naga sadhus ability to handle weapon, God, their shastra bala, the ability to handle weapon is beyond my shastra bala, ability to handle words through tongue. If you think I can play with words through my tongue, if you see the Nagas playing with weapons, you will understand I am nothing. I tell you, in Kumbh you will see in front of your eyes, Nagas will be standing on the horse, not sitting, standing on the horse and riding. One Naga will be lying on the road. On his eyes, they will keep potato, 2 potatoes on his eyes. The Naga who is lying, I have seen this in my own eyes. This Naga who is standing on the horse and riding, dancing to the tunes of that wild Kailaya Vadyam. He will have a sword in his hand. While running on the horse will be running round and round, playing and jumping on the horse. He will just use the sword, only the half potato will be cut and the remaining half will be on his eyes. Neither the nose will be cut and the Naga is naked, nor something else will be cut. He is lying naked on the road. His nose will not be cut. Just the 2 potatoes. Half of the 2 potatoes will be sliced. And he will be continuing jumping, dancing on the horse. Just with their male organ, I have seen Nagas pulling lorries, not empty lorries. Their guru and their whole battalion sitting in the lorry, and they will pull the whole lorry. The power of Hatha Yoga.
Shakshi Pramana are the disciples all over the world demonstrating the power. We can see here the demonstration of the child doing the third eye reading and telling the colors, pictures.
Is accessing extrasensory powers through living in Advaita. The Gurukul kids in Swamiji's ashram have been practicing it, and for the first time, the N-Genius kids have also been practicing it, and most of them can read in front to some extent. Right now, we're going to have a demonstration of one of the kids showing you this power. Madhvait is now putting on cotton, 2 pieces over both Vinarasi's eyes, followed by a blindfold. Next, we're showing you the book that she's going to read.
There's a book.
Please tell what is on the book.
Krishna.
turning to another page in the book.
என்ன தெரியுது?
ஒரு பொண்ணு நெய் எடுத்துட்டு போகுது.
The lady is taking butter. You want to come and just choose one page? Come on the stage, one of you. Just select any page.
Different page has been selected.
முருகாசாமி.
I'll declare this as my victory than any other victory.
Okay, Madhvid has objects in Madhvid's hand. You have to tell what objects, okay? இந்த கையில் மைக் வச்சுருக்கேன், இந்த கையில் என்ன வச்சுருக்கேன்? ரெண்டு கையில் வச்சுருக்கேன்ல.
No, she can't see through that hole, don't worry.
No, she can't see. Or else I'll get to her. Right. லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்டில் என்ன வச்சுருக்கேன், ரைட் ஹேண்டில் மைக்கு.
பென்சில்.
எவ்வளோ பென்சில் வச்சு?
பென்சில்.
இப்போ என்ன கலர் பென்சில் வச்சிருக்கேன்?
கிரீன் கலர்.
Now we'll go to the instruction and pratyaksha pramana to manifest the power of third eye, reading the books and telling the colors and shapes and letters.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. It is important to realize that Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to know that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000-year-old Hindu yogic sciences. After extensive observation and study, now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now, let us take a look at how the scientific studies present the measuring of effect of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, whom we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been subject to scientific studies since year 2004, and over the past decade, enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Pratyaksha Pramana. Imaging brain activity. The result of Swamiji's PET scan test was stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swami's brain had packed up and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it so at will. The region, which is starting point of the Anya chakra or third eye, lower portion of its mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami what he was doing when the mesial frontal lobes lighted up, he said he was opening his third eye. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1 and Introduction, page 47. The third eye is considered to be, by many, seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine? Looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation, the PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain's D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it.
Dr. R. Murali Krishna, President COO, Integris Mental Health, James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here, right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper.
From time immemorial, it is believed that great masters are always in the state of bliss or causeless happiness. They are unconditionally happy. With modern sophisticated equipments, we are able to detect this truth. The dopamine secretion is always abundant in the case of Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight and the dopamine as well. What's also interesting is that he could at will go in and out of the state. So we asked Swamiji when he came from the scanning room, when we saw this one, we asked Swamiji, what were you exactly doing when so and so thing happened? He didn't know what was there. He did not see the pictures yet. He said, really interestingly, there were 3 people there, and he said, I opened my third eye. And that's stunning because I learned about third eye as a child, but didn't read about it for a long time, what it is today. But what he said was, I asked him to describe more in detail what does he mean by third eye. And he said, it's a deep meditative state. It's probably very, very deep state. But he said, it looks like a small petal on one side going and joining. Another side, another petal comes and join together, and then it becomes the third eye. Like a blissful state that you experience when you open the third eye. So that's really a very, very interesting and fascinating finding. And we're going to talk about it for a long time.
The title of this paper does not mean that it is possible to close one's eyes and read a newspaper, but it means that a sentence can be read with the eyes closed when that sentence is properly presented to the eyes. It also means that a picture can be seen with closed eyes when a properly prepared picture is presented to the eyes. This is accomplished by making use of the X-rays to stimulate the retina. Everyone can have this retina stimulated by X-rays and see the light. Over 100 observers have been tested and everyone has been able to read letters with closed eyes. The method is extremely simple. The first essential is that the observer must remain in total darkness for 10 minutes. By the time he is able to see light when X-rays strike his retina, he may not be able after 10 minutes to see letters, but he will after 15 minutes in the dark. After 20 minutes, he can see and read the letters and see pictures. Source from Reading with Eye Closed, National Center for Biotechnology Information.
Setting up items for reading the book upside down using your third eye. I banned books, pencils, papers, Nithyananda, camera with timestamp. Let's set the camera up now. Take few minutes to set up the camera. Download the timestamp app. Click on the video. Ensure the timestamp app is clearly seen on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you and the person next to you. The book IBAN, from the start of the IBAN to the verification process and showing the verification results on the camera. Make sure the camera is running and it's a very quiet and a bright place so that you can capture these extraordinary moments in your camera very beautifully. Guidelines to manifest the power. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnana on your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Wear the eye band such a way that no light enters into your eye. Have the books held upside down. Bend down the words that what you are seeing through your third eye. When you're done, where the pages are marked, just see that it matches with the pages that you have, lines you have written, or words that you have written, which matches exactly. Then you have manifested the powers. If you're only feeling the Kundalini energy and very small words that you are seeing, it's good to start manifesting the powers. Start celebrating that you're manifesting powers, and then you'll start seeing how beautifully you will be manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Verify the video is authentic. Share the video with others with powerful cognition, your families and friends. Listen to others' experience manifesting to entangle with them. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched,
By your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest
the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivaham.
Verification process for reading the book upside down. No video editing on Shakti Avishkarna videos. No video should be stopped or restarted during the process. All videos should have a timestamp and a wide angle. No peeking through the holes around the eye band. If not, fine, please fix it in such a way that no light enters your eyes. No seeing the pages, books before you start the manifestation. No clues or hints while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadgets during manifestation. If you have a professional eye band, that's wonderful. You'll not have the light passing through your eyes. If not, use a lot of cotton and put your eye band and make sure your eyes is completely in darkness. Authentically write down the words appear in the book we're holding upside down, seeing through your third eye exactly, and make sure you're manifesting these powers authentically. Thank you for participating in the power manifestation of third eye.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The Link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the Power Manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of Power Manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameswaram Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham